I did get told, though, that I would be shut down as an event if I didn't point out the beautiful fire exits. So we have some emergency exits in the building. If you look down there at the tail end of the room, we have that. We have these big, beautiful windows that I'm sure we could get through somehow, right here and here. And, of course, these beautiful marked signs at the end. So with that, thank you very much. Enjoy your flight. Make sure to put your oxygen masks on first before helping others. Bring the wine if you have to jump out the door. With that being said, there's only one more thing I will say. All the beautiful images that we're capturing today, not only in our minds and our hearts, but also on our phones. There's a reason we'd like to see these. So if you do post anything, we would love for you guys to the Anders Sings. Okay, so that is, again, all of the groomsmen have this on their phones if you need to see how to spell it, but it is the, T-H-E, and then Anders Sings. So A-N-D-E-R-S-I-N-G-H-S. I think I did pretty well for a dyslexic. Right, okay. There are certain people you look up to in life. When I look at my own life, I always look to my father. My father taught me about the wonders of the world. He taught me to see the magic in every moment. And the moment I met Erik's father was over coffee with my friend Mark and Erik a couple years ago. And I remember being astounded by the power that came from such a beautifully quiet man. And honestly, there's a phrase that somebody told me the other day that just reminds me of this in Swedish, and I believe it was, it's a Swedish tiger. Am I correct in thinking something about this? And I feel like the power that you've passed on to your son, I can speak from personal place and just say how incredibly gifted he is, and I have only no doubt how much of that comes from you. And so with that, I'm honored and privileged to be able to pass over this microphone to the amazing man that gave birth to Erik Anderson.
Well, I was called the silent man, and speeches is my favorite hobby. So I hope you have got your first meal, so you can not be hungry, at least when I'm trying to pronounce my happiness and my surprise that I could experience. I'm quite old, to say, and I could experience that high level of serenity and the high level of spirituality and the brilliant guidance and leading a bunch of, two or three could be soldiers here, but leading this group, because you do what you like, and it's correct, it's all right, everything. The day at my house yesterday was surprising. I didn't get tired. I normally do when there is a party. And here I'm still alive. And the party is still going on. And why? They are sitting here. The surprise. And the first story when they met. I mean, this is a novel. This is whatever in describing mankind doing their best. And there are some questions left, why and how. But the result of the meeting is here. And we are all taking part of a great wonder. And I know my son as the quick sleeper. We used to go out in the forest, walking around a bit. They start at 6 o'clock in the morning when the sun rises. And at 3 o'clock we go home. and we sit in the car, and within 20 seconds, he's sleeping. And no harm, no problem with that. And I ask him some questions just before, and then we come home and park the car. He will answer. He got a special brain. It works like a computer, partly. And Samantha, do you know that you got a fisherman? He proved it the other day. Samantha has been out fishing some days ago and catches 2 fishes, salmon-like. And rowing the boat was the crew, of course. She sat in the back of the boat in the sun, having a nice time. The fish is coming, and then he picks it up, and saying, "Beautiful." And she's just experienced her first catch. But the problem is, he is also catching cantarell. It's the mushroom we have in Sweden, and we are walking days to get some. And so he does. And the real happiness is to have a full basket of mushroom. And besides that, he's hunting. And then you must learn to know how to deal with a knife. And he got the best knife in the hunting team, we know, because he is loved by many people around him. And he got the best knife. And he will provide some meat for some friend someday that I got from Lapland in this ceremony we have. And now I will tell you that this family will be represented by a skilled younger speaker later on. So I quit here and I wish my son and his wife today, maybe next marriage, it must be, I don't know. I regard them as a couple. They changed names, things like that. Very welcome to the family with all your friends, because you will be the full member of this family, and with your skills and capacities, you may be the one we need. Because we got stuck somehow. We don't argue too much, we don't fight at all, and sometimes we make kiss, small one. You will see. And that's not the problem. But when the fresh air is coming and the energy is building, there will be another life. And you gave us that in order to celebrate this. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. That was absolutely beautiful. Truly, truly wonderful. Yeah, we give another round of applause, please. There's something so special about hearing the ones who raised us talk about us. I mean, hearing your dad talk about you, Erik, is just so beautiful. I'll get you some more champagne in a minute, Ruby. Yeah, let me take that, put it right here. No, that was really beautiful. Thanks, Bertel. When we talk about our parents, there is a certain element that gets transferred down through the generations. Sometimes it's looks, Jens. All your kids look exactly like you. It's amazing. And sometimes it's talent. Sometimes it's personality. Sometimes it's all these things. And sometimes there's that rare spark of joy. And when I look at you, Sam, I see this beautiful spark of joy. And having met your mother now, I know where that comes from. And so I'm really privileged and honored now to introduce you, Annette, to the stage to make a little speech here.
Hello, everyone. As you all know, I am Samantha's mother. I just want to start off by saying thank you all for being here from near and far for this special occasion celebrating the marriage of Samantha and Erik. I'm not the best of speeches, so I find it easier to speak from the heart. But with the help of my phone. Okay. From the day she was born, Samantha has been a princess. That explains why we are in a castle right now. I remember when she was 2, she was getting dressed for nursery school. As I was turning around to put her shoes on, I looked her, and she said to me, "Mom, look, I already put my shoes on." I can't see too good. From that day, I knew that she can do whatever she puts her mind to. So truly, she is a self-made woman. She puts herself through school all by herself. Her success is all her doing. I'm extremely very proud of her. With that being said, I want to extend my gratitude to all who have played a key role in Samantha's life. Those who are here and those who are absent, such as my parents, my brothers and sisters, and all her friends who stood by her. They all know who they are. You all are right here. And to my son-in-law, Erik. That would be you. Okay, now we got to see. Oh, wait. Bear with me. Thank you for making my daughter so happy. Please continue to do so, because I know where you live. I welcome you to my family. Today I have gained a son, and you have gained 3 amazing sisters who will graciously support both of you all the time. So, Shashtin, if I'm saying it right, and Britta, thank you for raising such an amazing son. As we merge families, I welcome you with an open heart and open arms. I know we are all looking forward to extending the family even further. I have to say it. Okay, good to know. Good to hear that. Okay. Now let's celebrate Samantha and Erik's love for each other and the life they are about to begin. Please bless them both. May they remain happy and enjoy a blissful life together. So here's to Mr. and Mrs. Anderson. Let's all raise our glasses and cheers. What was the word? Skull. Welcome.
That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Round of applause, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. No pressure, guys. I'm saying this is great. I will like to point out that Samantha is drinking wine this evening, but practice does make perfect, Erik, so have fun. That was really, really touching. That was beautiful. You touched on something, and at the risk of extending speeches all night, I will say one thing. We are here tonight celebrating love, but there is love that is no longer with us. And I had this kind of realization a while ago that, love and grief are actually quite similar. Grief is just love that doesn't have anywhere to go. But the people that are gone are actually here in this room because we're celebrating with that love. And we have so much for them. So as we do celebrate tonight, we are not only celebrating those that are around this table, we're celebrating those that are in our hearts and channeling that through to the happy couple tonight. So we're just saying, just because they're gone doesn't mean they're not with us tonight. So I'm going to raise a glass to the ceiling. Cheers. And now I'm privileged to be able to introduce Samantha's sisters. I'm an only child. I didn't really come from a big family. But when I look around and I see all of you amazing things, it's really cool to see what a great, beautiful camaraderie you guys have and a great family unit. So I'm really honored to pass the microphone over to you right now. Ruby and Anne.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. And thank you, Matthews, for the kind introduction. We're delighted to welcome you all here tonight. My name is Annie. Sorry, I'm already teared up. And I'm Sam's older sister, in case you didn't know.
And I'm Ruby, Sam's baby sister. Apparently, we get the same speech voice from our mother. Also, real quick, can we give a big round of applause how gorgeous our bride and groom look tonight? Come on. Yeah.
You're welcome. And to continue that, Sam, you're a gorgeous and beautiful bride. We love you so much, and we're so proud to be your sister. You're driven, intelligent, kind-hearted, and the most selfless woman we've ever met. You put forth thought, effort, and dedication into everything you do, and we know you'll approach your new role as a wife the same exact way. We're in awe of the love you found with the love of your life, Erik.
So I just want to share a little anecdote. When I was in first grade, I was given an assignment to write about my role model. I didn't even know what a role model was, what it meant, but I had my teacher explain it to me, and I was like, oh, that's easy, it's my sister. And then, even though now I'm taller than you, I have looked up to you every single day since then. All right, that's all I remembered, so give me 1 second. But I was even more fortunate that not only were you my cool older sister that all my friends love to hang out with, but you were like a second mom to me. You are the Lorelai to my Rory Gilmore.
I started to think about what to talk about, and the only thing I could think of was how our mom dressed us in the same or similar clothes every chance she got, until we got old enough to say no. Let's not talk about the haircuts. It's as if a bowl was put on our heads, literally just cut around it.
I think our mom loved doing that because she did the exact same thing to me with her daughter and I. Same outfits and matching bowl cuts. Erik, words can't really describe how happy I am that you have joined our crazy Guyanese family. You are caring, intelligent, loving, and funny. And I don't know if you guys know this, but he can make the hell out of a cocktail. But from the moment I met you, I knew right away you were her person and her soulmate. And you both share this spark that not everyone has. So I'm so happy you guys found each other.
To Erik. You're a lucky man, Erik. Thank you for making our Sam so incredibly happy. It is with great comfort knowing she has a man who's caring, loving, spontaneous, and supportive by her side. Your wedding is everything we know we've dreamed it will be. Please join us in a toast to our sister and brother-in-law, to a life filled with happiness and love forever. May you both build on the true love and bonding relationship you've sealed today with your wedding vows and unconditional love guiding you. Cheers to the happy couple. Cheers. Welcome to the family, Erik.
Now, once those glasses finish clinking, I think we need a big round of applause for the two sisters here, giving us Anna and Ruby. How beautiful. And so I always have considered Erik a brother, and I feel like I gained a sister. And we've got Karen to finish off this round of family speeches before we move on, and I couldn't be more honored to be able to pass you this microphone right now.
Okay. Let's try. Okay. Sam and Erik, but this is your day, and it is finally happening. And you know, this time I brought props. Do you remember?
Oh.
Yeah? Okay. You will also learn. Okay? And you will too. Give it away. Okay. All right. Erik, actually the feeling I got of looking into your eyes today and was down there cannot be put into words, but only experienced. You and I have lived our lives, and we have experienced everything that was given to us. Everything. And it was a lot. And I learned so many things about you, and I'm very, very proud of calling you my brother. I am. Okay? Sorry, I also have a cheat sheet. So, all right. But I think it's also my responsibility to share what might not have been shared about my brother. Well, maybe. It could be so, right? But, so, do you remember playing dart when we were younger? No? You did? No? Okay. You will. So we were playing dart when we were younger. Yes, in the garden that you were all at yesterday. Okay? And I guess we're turning into a little tiny argument, you know, siblings, younger, okay? And what I learned about Erik is that he is very precise. He's very precise, and he can aim, and he can aim really high. And actually he can aim so well and so high that he could pinch that arrow right through my hand and still get a bullseye. Like on there. Did you know?
pinched to the board with the arrow. So right here.
Oh my God.
Yep. So you're very precise. Yes. And then this one, you know, Erik leaves a permanent mark from like wherever he goes. Yeah, that happened too, but I think it's okay now. That was 35 years ago. So okay, he's super passionate, and when he doesn't get what he wants, he might leave you a mark. And that's why I brought this, because I still have my permanent mark right in my ear. So yeah. But you leave a lot of positive permanent marks too, I would say. Because what I also learned from you is that you meet a lot of people around, and you embrace people in a way that's very special, and you gain a lot of brothers out there. Everybody I meet is like, oh, Erik is my brother. I was like, yeah, well, okay. Well, I'm his sister. I don't know you, but welcome to the family. Right? But honestly, Samantha, today, I'm also happy that I can find a sister, right? Yes. So I'm so happy about that. Thank you so much for coming into the family. And with this said, I'm happy that you're already married, actually. About the stories. Yeah. You're married twice? Yes? So far. Let's go again. All right? And I'm so proud of calling you two, the both of you now, my family. Yeah. So you have another ring. That would be great. Okay. Actually, I'm so proud of seeing you today, and I'm so proud of having both of you now in my family forever. Here's to the happy couple.
We're doing so good. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Bertel, life's not a rehearsal. Let's do it now. We have the beautiful, amazing idea of family coming together no matter where we are. We have the gorgeous, inspirational older sister that we've experienced not only in your life, but we all have experienced that Sam is inspirational. And then, of course, Karin, I think Erik has always left a permanent mark on all of us because of the sense of humor, the style, and, of course, always that beautiful smile. And just the presence that you have, Erik, just leaves always a mark in our hearts. It's beautiful. So with that said, before we get cleared, we're just going to give one big final round of applause and a big glass to family being everything. Between the families you grew up with, fell in love with, worked with, drank with, collaborated with, lived with, there are places where minds come together, okay, for one another. Family is inspiration for us to reach new heights. And I'm just going to give a big raise a glass. I love you all so much. And we're going to have our mains coming up shortly. So cheers to everybody in the room. And we'll be back with some more speeches with Sheree and Johan after our main courses. Thanks very much.
Dear Samantha, dear Erik. Well, for those who don't know who I am by now, I guess most of you do. But best man of Erik, and I'm Erik's absolute best friend in the whole world, by far. So, yeah, to put that in a bit of a context, I've got a figure here. So Erik has 4,948 friends on Facebook. Oh, was it more? I checked a week ago. It might be more now. I think I'm pretty spot on. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about it. Should I mention that? Yeah. Sorry. Best of friends, by far. Well, first of all, thank you so much for choosing me It's an honor. It's the biggest honor, I would say. Just thank you so much, Erik. Means a lot. Okay, let's move on. Well, I've known Erik for a pretty long time, and I know you've been, not going to say how long, but you've been looking for the right one. And here she is, Samantha. I haven't met you many times in real life, Samantha, but quite a few times over FaceTime. We had drinks together, had a blast. It's been fun during the pandemic. But it was really nice having you over for dinner at our summer house, or my parents' summer house, Björklinge. That was really nice to get to know you closer. And you are all that Erik said. That being said, Erik doesn't know much, so I believe what he says, but I just want to state that. But no, you don't. You're kind, you're funny, you're a very loving person, you have the best sense of humor. Yeah, like mine. And yeah, so I'm happy that to meet you, and both me and Parisa, we've got a wow impression of you. Wow. I mean, what if we didn't like you? God. Yeah, I know. I couldn't even stop this because you're like married legally already, I think, yeah. So I'm really happy. So for those who don't know that, me and Erik, we've known each other for a very long time. Our parents know each other since the 80s. I think that's right. And I met Erik when he was very young. I'm only 2 years older. And he wasn't very interesting at the time because he was like J-high. He was drooling. He could hardly walk. But, you know, we knew each other for a long time, but we started hitting off like as good friends or hanging out more when you were a little bit older, you know, when you started walking. Take it too far? But I think you were like around 19, 20 years old, and we like really started partying together and having a blast. No. We went to have a cup of coffee or something. But you've not always, but you've been traveling a lot. You've been living abroad. It's been painful, and sometimes we had contact like every week, every day, texts, whatever, and then it could be like periods of long time. But when we talked, it was like yesterday. It's like, no, well, we obviously had to update each other what happened for the last 6 months, but it was like talking to you was like no time passed at all. And that's, yeah. 9. In 2009, I'm not sure if you just moved back to Sweden or if you were in Sweden and you like needed a flat or something like that. But I was in a tough spot, at a bit of a challenging part of my life, and I had to find a flat as well. Perfect timing, at least for me. You needed a flat, I needed a flat. We moved in together. Fantastic part of my life, even though I was in that. I'm not going to go into that, so you know. So you can ask me later, but I'm probably not going to tell the story because it takes. Oh yeah, because he was my support during this time. It was yeah, Jumches. And yeah, we hang out there, like living together, and at that time I found the love in my life, Parisa. And she got the opportunity to get to know you a lot as well, because she would never leave. She was hanging out there all the time. I mean, so basically, me and Erik moved in, and Parisa. So the three musketeers. Yeah, we had so much fun. So yeah, love that. But I'll never forget that, the support you gave me during especially that period in my life. Turning page. So this is 1 over 10. How many minutes do we have? Don't worry, this is last bit. One of the nicest things you've done for me, I'm not sure if you, I'm pretty sure you don't know what it is. Yeah, you look like a question mark, so I'm just going to go right ahead. It meant the world to me in Parisa. It was, now you're wondering what it is. It was 2011, 17th of December. So we had a tough night. We were at Danderyd sjukhus, which is a maternity, what do you call it? Sorry, my pronunciation, hospital. So, Parisa was giving birth to our first son, and we had a really tough night, and I thought I was going to die, because you have to listen to me. What am I doing?
What about you, Parisa?
She was crushing my hand the whole night. My hand. Okay, I'm going to leave that. But there was our first-born son, Elliot. And it was the middle of the night. No visitors allowed at all. Middle of the night. And nurse comes in and says, no visitors are allowed, but you have a visitor. But you know, we're going to let it pass. So, yeah. And we're just looking at each other, a bit creepy. Who is visiting us in the middle of the night? No, we didn't know who it was. But then, there he was, Erik, with chocolate, gifts, flowers. Oh, you forgot that? Oh, maybe no chocolate. Sorry, I got the story wrong. No whiskey, no cigar, a bit disappointing there, no champagne, but you were there with, yeah, amazing. Middle of the night, and I'm not sure how far you traveled, but doing that without calling, texting, just going there straight, you could be ending up outside the building without knowing if you would be able to go in, but you just, you know, went for it. And that meant the world to us when we saw you. That was amazing. Yeah, and you were the first one to see our son before my own family, before Parisa's own family. So, I mean, they have their opinion about that because you were first, but it meant the world for us. Yeah, that's true love. Thank you. You're an amazing friend. You're very kind. Well, extremely kind. You're helpful. You're a loving person, just like Samantha. You have a heart of gold. So, well, from that day on, I had a sort of tough competition having quality time with you. And that's because of partially Parisa, because she wants to hang out with you as well. But my kids, they completely adore you. It's like when you came over for dinner with Samantha, you were gone for like 3 hours. Fishing, and this is what it is every time. Fishing, picking berries, picking mushrooms, no magic mushrooms, and playing football. You do that all the time, and they just adore you. They love you. So, yeah. One day you called me, and you said something you never said to me before. You said that, Johan, I've met someone. She's the one, I'm sure. At that moment, I instantly understood that this was for real. You, Sam, is the one for Erik. Well, obviously, you're sitting here. Yeah, you're married, and you're married like 2 times, and third time coming up. So, you're my dearest friends. I wish you all the best, and I'm gonna get my glass. Så, stor skål till brudparet. Cheers, Samantha and Erik. I love you.
That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Johan. I think a heart full of gold indeed. Speaking of heart full of gold, we're going to pass it to somebody who shines nearly as brightly as gold, if not more so, I think, in this exact moment, because truly, Sheree, you have been a light in my life over the last few days since I first finally met you in real life, because we've only met each other on Zoom over the past couple of years, which has been really fun, but stoked to see you, stoked to welcome you to the floor, and here's the microphone.
Here, or you want me in the light? Yeah. I've got mine on here because I printed it and nobody really knows, but I left the vows in the bus today. We turned around and got up to this beautiful location, and I looked back and I thought, oh my God, Sheree, where are the vows? And they said, oh, no, leave the purses, leave everything, you're fine, you don't need anything. So I had to tell my 10-year-old daughter, run back to the bus and get the vows, because Samantha is going to kill me. I've had a lot of jobs, but this one is, I'm gonna get in trouble for this one, right? So my name is Sheree Hartwell. I'm so very grateful to be here with you all tonight as Samantha's matron of honor. And we're so lucky to be here in this beautiful country of Sweden. And I want to thank both of the families tonight for hosting us and blessing us with this incredible, incredible experience for all of us. Samantha and I have known each other for the last 20 years. And since then, we have been through thick and thin. And I met her in San Francisco when I was living there, and we have been by each other's side through it all. I've got to find myself here, Brew. To say that I've been hoping and praying for this night and for this occasion would be an understatement. Samantha, we're all so incredibly proud of you and the woman that you are today. You're smart, successful, beautiful, generous, kind. The list goes on and on. We're all so incredibly grateful. And most importantly, you're fun to be around. You have friends from all aspects of your life. And to say that all of us are here from every different walk of life, every different aspect of your career, your personal life, friends near and far, it says a lot about you, for sure. In our relationship, I'm definitely the more practical one. As most of you know, Samantha loves her designer lifestyle. And I'm always giving her a hard time as she tries to justify why she needs the latest pair of shoes or the latest bag. She does drive home quite a convincing argument And she typically gets what she wants, so. Throughout COVID, we started talking every day. She knew I would be calling her within a 10 to 15 minute window at the same time every morning while I was doing my workout. And we tried to solve the world's problems and discuss our personal trials and tribulations, estate planning, investments, travel, real estate, and somehow managed to manage 2 weddings. We can talk just about anything, and we don't seem to get bored with each other. So I'm thankful for that. Samantha was visiting us in Arizona for her 40th birthday a few years ago in the height of COVID, and there was a Zoom celebration planned. We knew most of the people on the call, except for Erik Anderson. The Zoom with the others ended, and she proceeded to sit at our kitchen counter and continue the call with just Erik. I saw the way her eyes lit up when she spoke to him, and I quickly learned what a genuine guy he was. My husband and I immediately told her to go back to New York and go on a date with him. Obviously, the date went well, because here we all are. Erik's like, yes. Erik, it has been a pleasure getting to know you these last few years. Thank you so much for loving and supporting Samantha. You bring spontaneity, excitement, and adventure to her life. I now feel incredibly confident that she has a partner for life. There's no question that you two make a beautiful couple. Marriage is hard work, but it is the best. But it is the best work. After 16 years of marriage myself, my best advice for you is to listen to each other, build each other up, celebrate the small things, respect each other, and support the dreams and desires that you each have in life. Be each other's biggest cheerleaders. As we all know, life can be tough, but there's nothing better than knowing you have a partner to go through it all with. So now, please raise your glasses to Mr. and Mrs. Anderson and to my dearest Sammy. I'm so thankful you found your Prince Charming and you got to be the princess in the castle. What do you want?
That was really beautiful. Really makes me tear up right thinking about it. I was going to talk about logistics right now, about switching over rooms and stuff, but it just doesn't feel right. So I think I'm going to hand the microphone straight to Sam and Erik, and I'll touch on some of that stuff a little after. I think you guys want to stay at the head of the table would be great. Here's the microphone.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll nip over to this side. We're going old school as like Johan as well, paper style. Yeah, I think like marriages after 40 plus, the speeches get probably much longer than when you're like 19. I don't think like, oh, hi, we just met. It's amazing. So cute. Oh my God. But having lived for a significantly longer time, I think we've done a little bit more in our lives and experienced a lot more, but also kind of gone through a lot of growth, which I'm going to hit on a little bit. And there's a lot of people that I want to talk to tonight, basically all of you. But I first want to congratulate congratulate myself because I'm quite exceptional. I have surrounded myself with the absolute best friends in the whole world. That is why I am really, really good. No, I'm kidding, but also I'm not. The people in front of me, you are really, really special to me, and you have been a very important part of my life, and I am, to a large extent, much of a product of what you are today, because I am a little bit of a sponge, and I try to get immerse the best and take the best qualities of everyone. I want to like emulate them to myself and really and learn from all of you, because you all have contributed so much to me. And I have written a little bit of a list here, and the great Stig Strömholm, who was the head of the Uppsala University before, he took pride in writing the speeches during the dinner, and I'm trying to emulate what he used to do. So writing a few words tonight about what we have gone through is, it's quite treat, and I'm looking out in the room, and there's a lot of people, and but before we want to start, I think I'm a little bit surprised that nobody took the advantage of the opportunity with a great Swedish tradition when the groom goes to the bathroom to go and kiss the bride. But for all the Swedes in the room can teach everyone else that is totally a thing. If the groom goes to the restroom, you are allowed to go around here and kiss the bride, and vice versa, by the way. That did not happen. In all seriousness, it is a real privilege to have so many great, amazing friends. But I want to point out a few key dozen, maybe plus people who have been a significant part of my life. And the first, who I'm heading first, is obviously to my right. There are three people who are my closest family. At one point, our family was actually down to four. My dad, my mom, my sister. Both my parents didn't have any siblings, so I obviously have no cousins or no aunts or uncles or anything like that. So we were quite a small family, so this is what we had. And all the three people here have been contributing to my life quite significantly, but in very different ways. There is a substantial amount of quirkiness that is in my character, and I think the attribution to that is for my father. But I want to point out one thing which is more important, that he is the biggest influence of my early life and as an adventurer to travel the world. As you may or may not know, I've lived in several countries, and he has been serving the United Nations internationally in 2 missions, and we lived in the Middle East when we were kids, and from then on I knew I was going to live in everywhere. That kind of sparked that. So that's what happened basically. Mom, my life as in the culinary world has come from your side, and the creativity has come from you. That's why I've been sticking in the food and beverage industry, partially. A few other people in the room, I'll touch you later. But that is why I've been doing the creative work that I've been doing when I'm staying in food and beverage, because it's a people's industry I love, hosting people, being kind to people. And for the 76 people who are in Emunsplan the other day, that is the work of my mom. So that's what I do when I'm doing. And to the youngest member of the family, she's my little sister. And she is the person who has inspired me the most to start a family and inspire me on family values. Because you have your kids of your own, and that's what we're planning to do. Thank you for that. Now, I'm going to talk about cocktails because that's my transition out of emotions. I have been had the fortune or the privilege to travel around the world making cocktails for people and talking about spirits as work. And one of the drinks that's on the menu is called She Said Yes. And I came across this cocktail in a bar in Miami a few years ago, and it's created by the former owner of the bar. And the cocktail's name is She Said Yes. And that's the drink that I made when I proposed to Samantha about a year ago, last week. That cocktail is, by the way, served in the bar tonight. But here is now me starting the list of people I want to thank. And apologies for doing this in a quicker order. But the person who made this drink tonight is Keith, Larry, and Mark Stoddard, who I've been working with, had the privilege of working with for several years. Amazing, and they've been making the drinks tonight. And you have also been dear colleagues and dear friends for several years, so wow, wonderful. Now I'm gonna also talk a little bit about my new family, who are in Queens, who are in Denver, who are in Florida, who are in Virginia. Did I forget any state? That's the ones? Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, and then the other countries as well, absolutely. There are also a couple of people who were contributing to this trip recently. Vincent, you rented a house to us, and we were having a gentleman's barbecue the other night, which was exceptional. Thank you so much for hosting us. Rickard, you have been an inspiration for me, food and beverage-wise, for many years, who is also a friend of Vincent, and we've been having a really, really good time, and you were also there where I met my lovely Samantha. Carl Sundberg, we lived in China together. We opened a nightclub. We've been traveling the world and having a lot of good fun. Thank you for being an inspiration to me and a mentor as a rock solid F&B beast. Like, no, there's not Melker Anderson, who is one of the most famous chefs in North Europe, he's his right hand for bars. So, yeah. You have taught me so much. Thank you. The list is very, very long. Kalle Kock, Abrandi, you're my oldest friend. Carl Arnelius. You've just been, you have sparked a lot of F&B, and you're the one who said, like, don't ever get into the bar industry. And I was about 19. You had already been a chef for like 8 years back then. This was back in 98, maybe 97. Don't ever get into this industry. Did I listen? No. No.
Younger brothers doesn't.
My music friends, of course. We have Oscar, who's been leading the brass quintet for today. What a privilege to have been playing music with you for so many years, 15, 20 years. And Oscar, Erik is here, Christopher, Joachim is here. And there are many, many other musicians that I've had the privilege to playing with. And you're all very, very accomplished by now. And I'm having the biggest FOMO in my life not to be playing with you anymore. But I follow you, and I'm very proud of you. My college friends, who are way smarter than me, who never really, who all got their masters in statistics and are very, very good at what they're doing. The list goes on. And yeah. Jesper co-masterminded my bachelor party. You are a very good friend. Johan, you're my best man. Where are you? There you are. Yeah. Next to his wife, where he should be. Wonderful. Johan, we've gone through a lot together. We've known each other for over 20 years. We know of each other for 35 years. And I'm just immensely happy to be your friend and to have you as my best man. There are a lot of people that I want to thank in this room. The last one, but certainly not the least, is my brother in arms at work, my friend, and our dear, dear Toastmaster. And he's truly an exceptional human being. I have a few other people that I want to highlight before, because this handwriting is terrible. Hans Biel, you've been mentoring me in the bar for 20 years. Thank you so much for that. I would be nowhere where I was without you. So with those very random words put together on a piece of paper, delivered in no particular order, I want to pass this mic over to Marius, and you just take this night away.
That was wonderful. What a beautiful, I'm so full of emotion just hearing those stories. I think watching you tear up talking about family and Karin, I think I first would just like to raise a glass with everybody in this room to the families that have made Erik and Sam. We heard a lot from people tonight about how much they love these two incredible individuals that have come together. And the truth is, there are people who helped make them. That could be the family that have become family over the years, but the people at this head table are truly the most impactful in your lives. And you have done such a beautiful job at combining the energies between you to create these two incredible people. And I just want to raise a glass to you all as families to say thank you for bringing these two incredible people to life. Cheers.